Hello everybody. Today we're going to continue our review of division strategies, and today we're going to do the word problem portion for your web page. So just a reminder, you can choose one of my pre-made word problems and you can pick the numbers that you would like to put in there, or you could create your own. So we're going to just talk about a couple of different types that you might see or come across. Remember that if you're making your own or when you're choosing the numbers, make sure it's realistic. You know, it wouldn't be very realistic if you said that somebody had 2,123 stuffies. Typically, people don't have that many, but they might have 40 stuffies. So just think about your numbers in the context and whether it makes sense, okay? So here's our first example. Mrs. Davis planted 81 flower seeds over the weekend. She planted 9 seeds of each type of flower. How many different flower types did she plant? So we know we're working with division. So this is an 81 divided by 9. And what we're thinking of is basically equal groups or equal rows, maybe even. You might be imagining a garden. So you might be thinking of 9 different rows of flowers and figuring out, or 9 different seeds in each row and how many rows would it make. So you can go about solving that in any way that you would like to go about solving it. 81 divided by 9, you can make 9 equal groups. You can skip count by 9. We'll do some skip counting by 9 just because if you remember that strategy and remember the pattern, it's pretty cool. So I can go 9, 18, 27, 36, 45, 54, 63, and I know I have to stop when I get to this number here, so I have to keep going until I hit 81. 72, 81. I wrote it vertically just because I like to see my pattern. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in the ones, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in my tens. So if I check and see how many times did I skip count by 9s, I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times. So my answer is 9. I would show my work with my skip counts or drawing my picture, and I'd write my statement. She planted 9 different flower types. Making sure that I have a capital at the beginning. She planted 9 different flower types. And that I have a period at the end. Okay? So that's one example. Another example is simply just equal groups. So in this case, I've got Andrew bringing cake pops into school to celebrate his birthday. He makes a total of 125 cake pops for the 3 classes. Seems like a lot, seems unrealistic. But remember, cake pops are kind of small, so a larger number does make a little more sense than bringing in 125 cupcakes per se. How many cake pops did each class get? Did Andrew have any left over to share with his family? And if so, how many? So there's a hint here that there could be a remainder, okay? So we know we've got a total of 125 cake pops. He's dividing it equally among 3 classes. So this is an equal groups problem, okay? So you're going to go about solving 125 divided by 3. In this case, I would go with an area model. I know I can't do 100 divided by 3. It does not work evenly, but I do know 120 is nice and divisible by 3, and I know that would be 40, and then I've got 5 left. Well, I know I can divide 3 by 3. That gives me 1, and I've got 2 left, which gives me 2 remainders, okay? 2 remaining left over. So I know that I've done everything I can because I've got 123, 24, 25. So I've got my total of 125. I've divided it into 3 equal groups. And I was able to give each class 41 cake pops with, don't forget that remainder, guys. A lot of you are forgetting it, a remainder of 2. So there's my work, and I would write my statement. Each class got, 41 cake pops. And then you'd have to answer the second part too. He did have some left over. He had 2 cake pops left over. So you'd have to add that part. He had 2 cake pops left to share with his family. Okay? So the key is make it relevant, like make it realistic, solve completely and thoroughly with all of your work, and write your statement to answer the question. So it's your turn. You're going to choose one of the pre-made ones and fill in a number, or come up with your own division problem, post both in Seesaw and post on your PLP website to show off your great work. Have fun.